Hello, what's up guys? Eman from Peso Smart Page here. Welcome sa panibagong episode. Shout out to all the podcast listeners as well. I appreciate you all. Today, let's talk about November dividend paying stocks. First off sa list natin is Megaworld Corporation. Common stocks nila to. Yung stock code is MEG. Yung sector ng Megaworld is property. Then dividend payment is 8 centavos. So, nagbabayad sila annually. Then, ex-date is on November 4. So, actually, hindi na kayo makakahabol dito sa stock na to because walang trading today. Today is November 1, so holiday. And yung ex-date is gonna be on Monday. And yung rule of thumb sa mga ex-dates is dapat nakahold ka na dun sa stock na yun, sa particular stock na yun, a day before the ex-date para mabayaran ka ng dividends for that particular period. Pero if gusto mo namang bilhin pa rin yung stock, even though ex-date na, then the following year ka na makakuha ng dividends or the following quarter. Then record date is the following day, November 5. Then ibabayad yan ng Megaworld on November 18. So, Megaworld is yan sa mga mas mabilis magbayad ng mga dividends. Kasi sometimes, yung iba after ng record date, it will take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or even a month bago mapunta sa inyo or ma-deposit sa accounts nyo yung mga dividends. Current market price ito is 2.31 pesos per share. And yung dividend yield niya is 3.54. And actually, dati nilalagay ko dito yung payout ratio and yung 5-year dividend yield or average dividend yield. But nagbago kasi ng platform or ng user interface yung PPA trade and tinanggal na nila yung features na yun. Yung mga quarterly reports or annual reports ng mga companies and yung mga pwede mong gamitin sa fundamental analysis, yung history ng company, yung mga changes na nangyari over the years. So, tinanggal na nila yun. So, binago nila yung BPI trade para mag-cater sa mas maraming traders kasi doon mas malaki yung kikitain ng BPI trade, which I totally understand. Kasi, they are a for-profit business, so kailangan lang i-maximize yung shareholder value. And hindi nila yung magagawa kapag katulad ko lang yung customers sila na nag-iimbak lang ng capital and bumibili ng mga dividend paying stocks and kinakalimutan na yung mga portfolio nila. So, kailangan nila ng mga active traders. Doon sila nababayaran. Doon nila nakukuha or doon nila ma-maximize yung fees na na-earn nila. But anyway, let's get back to the topic for today. So next one is PRNPB, a Brown Company Incorporated. So this is a preferred stock. Sector is property. Actually, for this list, sobrang daming properties na nagbibigay ng dividends. So pinibigay nila is 2 pesos and 6 centavos every quarter. So that's 4 times a year. Ex-date is again November 4. So for this period, hindi ka naaabot. Record date on November 5. And kita mo, di ba? 20 days dito bago mabayaran. In comparison to Megaworld na lamang siya ng 7 days. Kasi November 18. And then current market price ito is 107 pesos per share. And dividend yield is 1.93% quarterly and annually 7.71%. Next, same company lang pero ibang preferred share. So, Series C na ito ng kanilang mga preferred shares. So, same sector lang. And the bagong dividend payment mas tumaas, I believe. So, 2.18 pesos per quarter. And ex-date on November 4. And record date on November 5. So, same thing lang yung mga dates. Mababayaran kayo on November 25. And yung current market price ito is 107 pesos and 40 centavos. So, mas mataas yung dividend yield kasi mas mataas yung dividend payment. So, if pipili kayo ng preferred stock for this particular company, you should probably choose this one over the other kasi mas mataas yung dividends na binibigay niya. So 2.04% quarterly and 8.15% annually. And then another one from a brown company, so same sector. Ito mas mababa yung binibigay na dividends, 1.75. Quarterly din yan. Same ex-date, same record date. Na-delay lang ng konti yung payment date, naging November 29. Yung price ito is 99.80 per share. So dividend yield is 1.75% and yung annual payment nito is 7.01%. Next one, we have RFM Corporation. Common shares na ulit tayo. So yung stock code is RFM. Sector is industrial, mainly in food, beverage, and tobacco. Dividend payment nito is 14 centavos per share. Although, kaya may asterisk dito yung quarterly. Kasi sa 2024 pa lang sila nagbigay ng dividends every quarter. And hindi naman siya consistent na amount. So, we'll explore that later. Ex-date is on November 5. Record date on November 6. And payment date on December 2. So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na almost a month before mabayaran yung mga dividends para sa inyo. I believe sa US, mas may rule doon na after ang record date, dapat mabayaran agad yung dividends. So, it's a bit different here in the Philippines. Current market price is 4 pesos per share. And yung dividend yield is 12.86% annually. Again, may asterisk yan. So, previously, hindi naman ganun kataas yung binibigay na dividends nitong RFM. And nung 2023, yung payout ratio nila is 102.64%. So that is more than their actual income. So that's not really good. And same thing, ang laki din ng binigay nila this 2024. So before, nasa healthy range naman yung kanilang dividends. Although yung dividend yield is around, nag-hover lang to 3 to 4%. So, of course, kapag tinaasar mo yung payout ratio, so kapag yung income mo is binibigay mo lang or binabalik mo lang sa shareholders, of course, tataas din yung payout ratio. And sometimes that is not a good sign for a company kasi hindi nila alam kung saan nila i-invest or re-reinvest sa parts ng business yung extra capital na nakuha nila from the yearly or the quarterly income. So, again, kung bago mo bilhin yung RFM, before ka ma-attract dun sa dividend yield, mataas sa dividend yield na binibigay niya, you have to take a look at the books and kailangan mong basahin yung annual report. Kasi doon mo makikita, ano bang plan nung executives, nung CEO. So, ano bang vision nila for the company in the next 5-10 years. So, yeah. Dapat i-review nyo muna yun bago kayo mag-jump in dahil lang nagbigay ng sobrang taas na dividend yield last year and this year. So, hindi rin naman kasi siya consistent. So, usually, twice a year siya nagbibigay ng dividend since 2018. Then, naging 3 times yan per year no 2022. Then, last year, 3 times then. And then, this year, quarterly na sila nagbigay. And kita nyo dito, yung frequency is 2 interim and then 2 final. So, usually, dalawang beses na talaga sila nagbibigay ng dividends. So, you have to be on the lookout for that. Next one is Double Dragon Corporation. Common stock nito. Stock code is DD, double Ds. Sector is property. Then dividend payment ng 26 centavos annually to. Ex-date on November 5, record date on November 6, and payment date on November 29. Yung current market price is 10 pesos and 44 centavos. Yung dividend yield annually is 2.53%. So, hindi siya ganun kataas din. And then we have Ayala Land Incorporated, common shares. Yung stock code is ALI. Then sector is property. As I've said, maraming property stocks dito sa list na to. Dividend payment is 29 centavos per share biannually, so twice a year yan. Ex-date on November 7, record date on November 8, and payment date on November 22. Current market price is 32 pesos and 70 centavos. And yung dividend yield is 0.89% biannually and 1.78% annually. So it's not that good. Then we have Haus Stock Incorporated, another common share or another common stock. Yung stock code is HTI. And yung sector nito is small, medium, and emerging board. And dividend payment is 2 centavos per share every year. Ex-date on November 7. Record date on November 8. And payment date on December 2. Current market price is 1 peso and 5 centavos. And yung dividend yield is 1.90% annually. Then we have Fruitas Holdings Incorporated. I held this stock previously but eventually sold it na din for a little bit of profit. And reinvested yung proceeds sa mas profitable na mga stocks. So yung stock code is Fruit. So very convenient. Very easy to remember. Yung sector nito is industrial, mainly food, beverage, and tobacco. And then yung dividend payment nila is 1 centavo annually. So it's not that big. Pero hindi rin naman ganun kamahal yung Fruitas. Yung ex-date is November 8, record date on November 11, and payment date on November 29. Current market price is 74 centavos per share. And yung dividend yield niyan is 1.35% annually. And then we have another preferred stock from Megawide Construction Corporation. Stock code is MWP2B. Sector nito is industrial, mainly in construction, infrastructure, and allied services. Dividend payment of 1 peso and 43 centavos quarterly. Ex-date on November 11. Record date on November 12. And payment date on November 27. So ito, mas mabilis din sila magbayad ng dividends. Current market price is 94 pesos and 80 centavos. Yung dividend yield is 1.52% quarterly and 6.06% annually. So kung mapapansin nyo, mataas talaga magbigay ng dividend yield yung mga preferred stock kasi yung capital appreciation is yung chance na mangyari is sobrang baba lang. So, pinakasulit bumili ng preferred stock is kapag initial offering pa lang or IPO pa lang. Kasi dun nyo mabibili ng pinakamababa, yung offer, original offer price sila. And sometimes bumababa lang yung price ng preferred stock kapag malapit na siyang i-redeem. Pero hindi nyo naman siya kailangang ibenta kasi i-redeem yung preferred stocks na yun based dun sa original offer price. So, for example, 100 pesos yung original offer price. Then, eventually, pagka i-claim na ulit nung company mga preferred stocks na yun, then 100 din nila yung bibilin sa inyo. So, you just have to hold it and keep earning yung mga dividends. And consistent naman yun. Well, meron din naman sometimes like yung sa, I believe sa Phoenix na preferred stock. So, nag-plummet yun. Kasi nag-cancel sila ng dividend. So, you just have to be wary of the company then or the business na bibili nyo yung preferred stocks nila. So, I think safest is gonna be Ayala or San Miguel. I don't think like they will ever cancel the dividends of their preferred shares. Then, moving on, Security Bank Corporation, common stocks na ulit to. Yung stock code is SECB. Sector is financials, mainly in banking. Then, dividend payment of 1 peso and 50 centavos biannually. Ex-date on November 12. Record date on November 13. And payment date on November 27. Current market price is 92 pesos and 5 centavos. And yung dividend yield is 1.63% quarterly and 3.26% annually. Next is ANS, a Soriano Corporation. Common stocks na ito. Yung sector is holding firms. Dividend payment ng 25 centavos biannually. Ex-date November 13. Record date on November 14. And payment date on November 29. Current market price is 15 pesos and 14 centavos. And yung dividend yield is 1.65% biannually. And ito may asterisk din yung 4.95% na annual dividend yield. Kasi special lang itong 0.25 pesos na ito or 25 centavos. And originally, 50 centavos yung binibigay nila every year. So, kung may consistent din itong another 25 centavos every year, then yeah, around 4-ish to 5-ish% na yung bibigyan na dividend yield nitong ANS. And next up is Figaro Coffee Group Incorporated. Common stocks din ito. Yung stock code is FCG. Sector is industrial, mainly food, beverage, and tobacco. Dividend payment ng 2 centavos annually. Ex-date on November 13. Record date on November 14. And payment date on December 4. Current market price is 86 centavos per share. And yung dividend yield nito is 3.14% annually. Then next, we have a preferred stock from Benguet Corporation, or stock code is BCP. Sector is mining and oil. Yung dividend payment is 28 centavos annually. So this is a bit weird kasi convertible na preferred stocks itong BCP. So hindi siya tulad nung ibang normal na preferred stocks dito sa Philippines na usually quarterly talaga sila nagbibigay ng dividends. And then sometimes I believe may isa lang or dalawa na preferred stock na biannually sila nagbibigay ng dividends. Pero competitive naman yung mga dividend yield ng mga preferred stocks na yun. So it's always above 5% and then nagma-max out siya to around 8% annually. Ex-date is on November 13 and then record date on November 14. Payment date nito is December 10. And then current market price is 23 pesos and 25 centavos. Yung dividend yield is 1.2% annually. So, again, hindi siya ganun kataas. And then to common stock naman ng Benguet Corporation. Stock code is BC. Sector is same thing, mining and oil. So, 20 centavos ito annually. Ito mas mataas yung binibigay nila in comparison to the current market price of the stock. So, November 13 yung ex-date, November 14 record date, and December 10 payment date. Current market price is 4 pesos and 13 centavos, and yung dividend yield is 4.84% annually. So, again, as I've said, it's a little bit higher. Then we have a preferred share from Ayala Corporation, and I've said earlier, yung safest bet nyo sa mga preferred stocks is Ayala and San Miguel. Sector is holding firms. Dividend payment is 39 pesos and 74 centavos quarterly. So, medyo mataas yung peso amount kasi mataas din yung prices nitong preferred stock na to. Ex-date on November 14, record date on November 15, and payment date on November 29. So, yung current market price is 2,520 pesos. So, as I've said, mataas yung presyo niya. Mataas din yung dividend payment. Peso amount. So, wala naman masyadong difference yun. Yung dividend yield is 1.58% pa rin quarterly and annually 6.31%. And then another preferred stock from Ayala. So, ABP2R. Same sector lang yan. Yung dividend payment nito, actually na-miss ko yun. Quarterly din yan. So, 6 pesos and 2 centavos. And next date is November 14. Record date on November 15. And payment date on November 29. Yung current market price, mas mababa siya relatively. So, 498 pesos per share. Yung dividend yield is mas mababa. 1.21% quarterly and 4.84% annually. And then we have a common stock from Euromed Laboratories Philippines Incorporated. Yung stock code is Euro. Sector nito industrial, mainly and chemicals. And dividend payment of 6 centavos annually. Ex-date on November 14, record date on November 15, and payment date on December 2. Yung current market price is 91 centavos per share, and yung dividend yield niyan is medyo mataas, 6.59% annually. And then dito na tayo sa Cirtek Holdings Philippines Corporation. Preferred stock ulit to. Stock code TCB2A. Sector is industrial, mainly electrical components and equipment. Dividend payment is in USD, so 2 cents yan every quarter. Ex-date on November 21. Record date on November 22. And payment date on December 9. Yung current market price ito is 58 cents per share. So I had to reconfirm this, and tama naman na 58 cents yung trading price niya currently. So medyo bumaba siya before nag-hover siya to around $1 back in 2022. I'm not sure why, kung bakit sobrang bumaba siya, but probably they're planning to like claim the preferred stock, but until now nag-trade pa rin naman siya. So mataas yung dividend yield niya, 3.93% quarterly and then 15.72% annually. So this is not normal. Usually below 10% yung binibigay ng mga preferred stocks sa Philippines. So as I've said before, around 8% yung cap, and then of the good ones, and then dapat not less than 5%. But yeah, this one is a little bit high, so I need to be skeptical about this one kasi hindi siya making, let's say, sustainable. Masyadong mataas yung dividend yield. Gusto natin na maraming dividends na binibigay sa atin and mataas yung yield, but if ganito kataas every year, then yeah, again, it's gonna be sustainable. So next one is another Cirtek Holdings Philippines Corporation preferred stock. Yung stock code is TCB2C. Yung sector nito is industrial. Well, same thing lang kanina, mainly electrical components and equipment. Yung dividend payment is 82 centavos every quarter. So, peso na ulit ito. Ex-date on November 28. Record date on November 29. And then payment date on December 16. Yung current market price is 48 pesos and 50 centavos. Yung dividend yield is 1.70% quarterly and 6.79% annually. Then another one from Cirtek. So, same sector lang ulit. Nabago lang yung stock code ng TCB2D. And dividend payment ng 96 centavos per share every quarter. Ex-date on November 28. Record date on November 29. And payment date on December 16. Yung current market price ito is 49 pesos per share. And dividend yield of 1.97% every quarter and 7.91% every year. So, last two na tayo. EEI Corporation, preferred stock din ito. Yung stock code is EEIPA. Sector is industrial, mainly in construction, infrastructure, and allied services. Yung dividend payment ng EEIPA is 1.44 pesos per share every quarter. Ex-date on November 29. Record date on December 2. And payment date on December 23. Yung current market price is 98 pesos and 50 centavos. The dividend yield is 1.46% quarterly and then 5.85% annually. Then lastly, other preferred stock from EEI, EEIPB yung stock code. So same sector yan. Yung dividend payment is 1 peso and 73 centavos every quarter. Then ex-date on November 29. Record date on December 2. And then payment date on December 23. Yung current market price is 97 pesos and 90 centavos. Then yung dividend yield is 1.77% quarterly and 7.09% annually. So this November, medyo marami nagbigay ng dividends and this is probably the last one na ganito kadami. And mag-aantay tayo probably by March or April next year. Tsaka may ganito ulit kadami yung mga nagbibigay ng dividends. Kasi usually, annually lang naman nagbibigay ng dividends yung mga common stocks dito sa Philippines. And yung quarterly talaga is puro preferred stocks. So, exceptions dyan is Globe. Yung una, quarterly sila talaga bibigyan ng dividends. And then PLDT is twice a year. Then Meralco is like 3 times a year, twice a year as well. So, yung sources natin for this episode is PPI Trade, which again, gagawa natin ng panibagong video. I-review natin yung bagong platform ng BPI Trade. And kung ano yung mga nawala, kung ano yung mga na-add, ano yung mga nagustuhan ko and mga hindi ko nagustuhan. And then we have PSE Edge and Splash for the photos. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching and listening. I'll see you all in the next episode. Always remember, be Peso smart.